everyone, welcome back to Road Reg. So on today's video we're going to be discussing toxic car culture and the GR Yaris, and these two intertwine a little bit in this video. So basically, let's kick it off. I was on Facebook this morning on the BMW's owners group, and a chappie posted the recent drag race that Cars.co.za did between the Golf Mk8 GTI, the GR Yaris and the BMW 128 Ti. Now I remember watching this video a few weeks back and I was a little bit annoyed. And yeah, I guess this is, probably because of my favouritism towards BMW, maybe. I'm sure you guys know I love a BMW, but I do love all cars. We'll talk about that more in depth in a bit. But yeah, they had the Bridgestone tyres on the 128 Ti, which they're not very good. They're not as good as the Michelin 4Ss you can also get on that car. And funny enough, all the press cars in the UK, I think most of them, they put the Michelin 4S on it. And they obviously knew that that's the better tyre to go with for performance data and stuff, like braking and accelerating. It's just a better tyre. And I think as well in the video, they mentioned that they had been doing testing on that car that week, and the tyres were pretty much, they were gone. They'd been abused. So it wasn't performing at its potential.
So, off camera, Ashley did tell me, though, that the tyres on the Golf are way better than those on the BMW. The BMW's tyres are a little bit old. They've been in the hands of journalists for a long time, which is not good for them. On the BMW, it's got Bridgestone Turanzas. And I don't think those Bridgestones are doing that BMW any favours. I really don't.
And basically they did the drag race, and I think the GR Yaris won. And I commented on this post, basically just saying, if the 128 Ti had the Michelin 4S tyres on it, it might have done better. It would have almost beat the GR Yaris because it has got a lot of power. It's a very powerful little car. Obviously, it's a little bit heavier than the GR Yaris. Basically, I thought it would be a little bit closer. And a fella on there commented saying, there was lots of people commenting on it, just saying, I think he commented on my post saying, yeah, of course it would, or something like that. It was just a bit sly and sarcastic. And that irritated me. But I noticed earlier, he posted a picture of his GR Yaris, and I'm thinking, oh, here we go. Here we go. This is one of those things when you've got a GR Yaris and you think they're the best thing since sliced bread and nothing else is better. And this really gets to me, guys. Yeah, I don't like this sort of culture of, oh, I've got the better car because I own it. It's a GR Yaris, it's a rally car, it's better than everything else. All other cars are just they're just normal cars. This is a bespoke, rally-derived car. And yes, that is right. It is a bespoke car. And this is where we're going to touch on what I think about the GR Yaris. I was almost going to trade in the 140 for one. When I heard about the GR Yaris, I was like, wow, this sounds awesome. I was watching all the videos on it. It's got bespoke. They take it off the production line to give it extra rivets to make it stronger. It's got a lower roof line because it's a 3-door. The normal Yaris doesn't come as a 3-door. I know everything about that car. I was pretty obsessed with it. But then I watched JM's review on it, and he was saying that the wing mirror is like halfway down on the windscreen, and it's got quite a narrow front windscreen, so it does hamper your front visibility.
One other issue I have with the car is that because the windscreen is so steeply raked, the rear view mirror takes up a worrying amount of your forward visibility.
And then I found out that if you order the circuit pack on the GR Yaris, you can't have the JBL stereo or the sat-nav. And look, I get most people who buy that car are probably not interested in listening to music for a good stereo, or, they have sat-nav on their phone. There's other ways around it, sort of thing. But for me, I'm an audiophile. I love my music, and I love to be... I literally always listen to music on my car, unless I'm doing a track day or something, or, I'm about to drive through a tunnel and make some noise or something. I'm always, 99.9% of the time, listening to music in that car. And, I like to be comfortable. My car's on the 140, it's on Bilstein dampers, which really helps the ride, because before it was on passive dampers and it was horrifically bouncy and just horrible. Any fans of the channel will know that because you would have watched the video. But yeah, I was like, okay, can't have the stereo, can't have the sat nav. So basically, you just get a car. You get a really obviously well engineered car with, you know, the two I think Torsen diffs. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. You know, front and rear. You know, you get the forged wheels, the big brakes. I mean, that's amazing stuff for fast driving. But you know, I need a car that does it. You know, that's comfortable. You know, when I'm driving to work, but can also be fun on the weekends, or if I want to just go out for a spirited drive. And yeah, the GR Yaris for me, that just put me off a little bit, especially at the price they're asking for. Just wanted to add, guys, there are obviously more reasons why I didn't go for the GR Yaris. I don't want you guys thinking that I kept the 140 because it doesn't have, you know, the GR Yaris doesn't have sat nav or the JBL stereo. There are other reasons. The fact that it's not very practical. I do music, so I use the car for transporting all my music gear around, and it does that quite well, actually, considering it's a 1 Series. Obviously, the 140's got the amazing B58 engine. I absolutely adore that engine. Anyone who has experienced that engine will understand why. The sound is wicked, especially with the Remus exhaust. The GR Yaris cannot compete with the sound that the M140i makes. Yeah, and the fact that the BMW's got quite a nice luxury interior. I say luxury very loosely, okay? Luxury to me, maybe, I mean, I really like the interior. I know it's a little bit dated, but I like the seats. I like how supportive they are. I like the fact you could adjust the lumbar and this, sorry, not the lumbar, the bolsters, so you can slacken them off or tighten them for when you're on a track day or want to do some spirited driving. Mine are actually electrically adjustable as well, which is something I was actually really looking for when looking for the 140. So yeah, I just don't want you guys thinking that I didn't, you know, trade the 140 in because of those two reasons. Yeah, but yeah, I still love the GR Yaris. I think it's a wicked car, so don't forget that. It's what I need from a car, and the people that have bought the GR Yaris have made that decision because they want the GR Yaris. They might have another car, so they'll be using that as their fun car, or they might just daily the GR Yaris, because it's all down to what you want and what you need from a car. So this is why I am making this video, because I am getting sick of people arguing about why the GR Yaris is better than this, or, you know, the 1 Series is rubbish because it's not a proper M car or something like that. I mean, I remember the guy saying on Facebook, he was like, oh, I've done a track day and I've overtaken 1 Series and M4s. They're shit. That's literally what he said. Because he's gone on a track day, right, and he's overtaken some performance cars, apparently those performance cars are just shit. That is like the complete wrong, toxic attitude, which just grinds my gears. Look, when you do a track day, right, there are all different types of abilities. You don't know who's behind the wheel of that car, okay? I've overtaken GR Yarises in that car. I'm not going around saying, oh, they're shit, because I overtook them in my M140i. You know, I've overtaken V8 Jaguars and Porsches and stuff. It's got nothing to do with the car on a track day. It is seriously all about the driver, okay? Please remember that, okay? It doesn't matter what car you drive, it's who's driving it, right? You just don't know. So anyway, get that out of the way. I just want people to just be respectful of other people's cars. Look, I've fallen in the trap before. People who know me know that I love BMWs. And yes, you know, years and years ago, I was very, very BMW. BMW was the only thing, you should have a BMW. But I'm not like that anymore. I've grown up now and I love all cars. And I want to experience loads of different cars. I don't even know if a BMW is going to be my next car after the 140. Who knows, you know? My friend Lewis has just got an RS4. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm hoping he's going to let me have a little go in it. But we'll see. But he's just done a video with John from Forensics Detailing. And that is another example of toxic car culture. Just, honestly, just go and have a look at that video. It's John's, I think it's his latest video, or second or third. But go on to Forensics Detailing. Have a look at that. And just have a read of the comments. And it it just grinds my gears, guys, you know? Like, everyone buys a car because of what they need, you know, and it's personal preference, you know? Yes, okay, BMWs are not going to be as good as Audi are in the wet. We know that. That's what Audis are good at doing, okay? But some people want a car that's safe in the wet. They want to be able to drive fast and not really have to work too hard to get the performance out of it, you know, from day to day in terrible weather. But I, for example, I like rear-wheel drive. I like being on the edge, and I like having to really think about my throttle input and just think about how the car's going to behave, you know, when I'm going around this bend. You know, can I take this bend at this speed? How much throttle can I get away with? You know, I like that finesse, but not everyone is like that, you know. But I hear people saying, oh, BMWs are crap because they don't work in the rain. When I hear that, I just hear, you can't handle a rear-wheel drive car in the wet, okay? So, yeah. This is just something I wanted to get off my chest, guys. Respect each other, okay? Everyone buys cars for them, not for you. And just be nice, you know? So, yeah, that's just something I wanted to get off my chest. I hope you enjoyed that. And what do you think about car culture? You know, tell me in the comments, what do you drive? What have you driven before? What's your favourite car brand? You know, and what's your opinion on car culture? So, yeah. Please give us a like and a comment. Please subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you again in the next one. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.